Hello, maybe YouTube, probably YouTube, and welcome to part 1 of the Callisto protocol with a therapist. I know nothing about this game. Zero things. I have not looked up a damn thing about it since I decided to play it. So this is fully blind. And so, as always, I appreciate in the comments that you keep things spoiler and backseat free, including game mechanics, so that I can figure it out myself. I will pause the game whenever I can. I don't know how much this is going to have mental health content for me to analyze. Maybe a lot, maybe a little. I'll pause when I can. If you feel compelled to comment about the screen and the fact that you can't seem to see everything, I am playing this on an ultra wide, so there may be a bit of clipping, but that's okay. You don't need to tell me. I'm aware. It's great to have you on board. Please leave a thumbs up, leave a comment down below. Follow the links in the description. Come hang out with us live sometime. I would love that. And tell people about my playthroughs and watch my other playthroughs. It does a huge favor to the channel in terms of bringing more eyeballs to it. So those of you that do that, thank you very much. All right, without further ado, let's get into it. I'm ready. Gotta make sure that my brightness is proper. Oof. Off to a good start. Hello, sir. Oh. Massacre on Europa.
Shocking footage from Europa. A brazen attack by the Outer Way terrorist group, led by the notorious Danny Nakamura.
That's enough. We got a job to do.
This is Callisto Hangar Control to UJC Charon. You have cleared the security perimeter.
Roger, hangar control. Laying in course for Europa Station. You got something to say? You're gonna keep flicking that thing all day.
I was watching that.
It's our last run, Max. I'm done talking about it.
Then what do you want me to say?
How about thank you? Because after this job, we're never gonna have to work another day in our lives.
Well, I guess you got it all figured out.
I guess so.
Come on, man, what is this? Huh? Back and forth, Callisto to Europa, all this additional security.
It's a prison moon, Max. They take their security pretty serious.
And what about the attacks? Huh? How do you explain that?
By the Outer Way. They've been hitting targets all over the sector for the past 6 months.
We got a yellow light in the cargo hold.
It's probably nothing.
Well, it's still worth checking out.
Shouldn't worry so much, you know? You live longer.
Port and starboard sensors are both showing errors. Go check them out.
I'm going.
Telling people not to worry very rarely makes them stop worrying. It is true that indulging anxiety to an extent that you become sucked into a what-if wormhole is not particularly healthy. But acknowledging that there is some degree of like anxiety and worry is okay. Like, it's part of the gig. It's okay to worry about things. It's okay to wonder about them, to think about the things that you can control as a means to exert influence on that. But if you're a person who hears somebody worrying about something, telling them don't worry, or you worry too much, or whatever, is not going to actually help solve the problem in any kind of way, and I generally discourage folks from saying it. If a person worrying is making you worry, or is affecting you in a way that you don't appreciate, you could certainly articulate that and maybe set a boundary or two, but just saying don't worry, it's like telling somebody who's panicking to calm down. Doesn't work. All right, is there a... So it showed like... Why can I not move? The hell?
You going or what?
Ha! I'm trying, dude. Is my keyboard not connecting? What's going on here? There we go. Whoa. All right. My keyboard's acting up. It's a good start. Love to see that. All right. And we're back. All right, data bios. Jacob Lee, 6'3", 210, pilot of the cargo ship UJC Charon. Controlled zone special access permits approved, cleared through Callisto to Europa, controlled space lanes, Earth migration visa on record, error accessing date in UJC
cargo
database.
Jacob. Come on, man, go check it out.
Every goddamn game, people won't let me read shit. No other family records found in UJC database. Audio log. Can I listen to it? How do I do that? How do I listen to the audio log? Dude, what is going on? Oh my god. Alright, I wasn't anticipating this. Alright. I want to listen. I want to listen. I guess we won't. Alright, let's go check this shit out, I guess.
You still here?
Personal log. We're docked at Callisto hangar. Confined to quarters while they load the cargo. Max has been on my case about these Europa runs. We've done jobs like this before. Don't know why he cares so much now. I mean, it's just a job. Gotta keep your head down and your mouth shut.
Jupiter. Wow. Dude, this game's very pretty so far. Write what you need. Pen. Dude, now my earphones are going out. What is happening right now?
What, did you forget where the cargo hold is?
It's gonna be a long day. Thanks for the 70 months, K-Girl. Do not step here. Okay. Jeez, man. There will be a lot of appreciation of the environment in this, I can already tell. Supplies. Milk, egg, bread, please. to Dad. So this is not my bunker.
Still got this yellow light.
Yeah, I know, dude. Give me a second. I want to explore every square inch of this vessel. Oh, dude, look at that. The toilet's got LEDs? Hell yeah. All right.
Come on, Max. You gotta stack these right.
Yeah, it seems we have our first OSHA violation. The detail. Oh, man. Oh, God. This is gonna... danger.
This better be worth the trouble.
What
I
it
should
is.
check out the rest of the ship.
Landing. Woo-wee. God damn. Wow. This is awesome. This is so... Oh.
Son of a bitch. I guess I'll check the other side.
It's like I'm on the Ishimura again. Warning, crush hazard. Keep hand away from machinery at all times. I always wonder if, like, when you're a game studio and you're putting all this together, like, do you consult with, like, aeronautical engineers and stuff? Be like, hey, what kind of stuff are we putting here? What kind of stickers would it be? The detail that goes into stuff like that, I appreciate so much. Look at this, like the little, like the spiral on the pipes, the stickers everywhere, the cabling and the way that it's like laid out. Like all of this stuff is just so unnecessary, but makes such a big difference. Like that sticker up there, you don't need that, but you have it. Yeah, it's just so cool. I would love like being part of the detail team on things like that. I'm wondering if I should shut the music off like I did with Dead Space. I think I'm going to do that. Is that made... Yeah, vibe's way better without music. Alright, seems we have an issue.
Trouble.
What's up?
We've been boarded.
Oh, shit. The outer way?
Yeah, I'm guessing.
All right, well, you get your ass back up here. And watch your back. You know, it could be anywhere.
Does this happen often? Holy shit.
Search the hold. It's gotta be here somewhere.
That's where that dangerous cargo was.
dampening field still in effect.
Not for long.
These people look official.
What do they want?
How should I know?
Anything?
Nothing yet.
Almost out of time.
They got guns, so this is spooky. Oh god! Oh god!
Max! I'm heading for the bridge!
Open up!
What are you gonna do?
Oh, it's her.
Whenever I have to. What are you doing? No! Shit!
Warning. Explosive pressure from cargo bay.
Just hold on! I'm on my way!
Oh god! Oh baby! Oh Jesus! Come on, Master Chief,
Venting
climb!
atmosphere.
Jacob, get up here!
I'm glad there's enough air still
Hurry!
for me to engage in this aerobic exercise. Oh my god!
Ship's caught in the boat's gravity!
Oh baby!
We're being pulled in!
Come on! Oh shit! Jesus! Okay. Oh boy.
Transfer flight control to my station! Transferring flight control! This is bad, Jacob! Mayday, mayday, mayday! This is UJC Charon! Returning to Callisto! Requesting emergency clearance!
Negative, UJC Charon. You are not authorized for re-entry.
Sorry, but I got no choice! We're coming in hot! Who's the antigraphs? Already at maximum! We're not gonna make it! Yes, we are! Watch out! Hold on! Brace for impact!
Oh god! Oof.
Made it. I told you not. I told you not to worry. Max. Max. Hang on, buddy. I'm coming. Hey. Hey. Whoa.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't you listen.
Hey, come on. Come on. Oh, God damn it.
Oof. You don't even have time to process it because of this shit. Oh god.
One life sign detected. Continuing search.
Black Iron Security. You the pilot?
Yeah.
And him?
He's gone.
We'll just need the one. Okay, let's get you out of here. Manifest says you were running cargo out of the hangar. Don't get many of you freelancers out here.
Just doing the job.
Don't I know it?
Thermal regulators enabled.
It's the first ship I ever lost. We were boarded by
Let go of me!
her. She's the one who... Hey!
Cool your jets, cargo jockey. You do your job. You let me do mine, all right? Sir. Yes, sir?
Whatever you say. Grab him, too. Hey! What are you doing? Hey! I didn't do anything!
Ooh. Yeah, dude, that's like that was like routine. Has anybody played this before? Do you know if I can pause during cutscenes or will I skip them?
What the fuck are you looking at?
Why?
Huh? Way too late for this shit. Okay, inmates. Do not speak unless they are spoken to.
There's been a mistake. My name is Jacob Lee. I'm not an inmate.
You were inmate 532-521. You address me as Captain Ferris.
What? No. I'm just a cargo pilot. I was attacked by the Outer Way. By her. She crashed my ship and she killed my first officer.
I don't care. Warden's orders. Oh, speak of the devil.
Choice. Every choice in your life has led you here. To this moment. To this place. The only place where you truly belong. To find the one thing that has always been missing. A purpose for your meaningless life.
Damn.
This is Warden Cole. And together, we will find that purpose. Welcome to Black Iron Prison.
I just love that last part.
What?
Chills every time. End of the line. Get up.
Welcome. This is a good thing for you. Yay! You meaningless little peasants. Oh, God. I'm all for holding people accountable, but damn. It's such an interesting thing to like watch that because are you kidding me? Oh. Cool. First game crash. Love that. That's all right. We can get that. Yep, that's it. That's the game. Dude, I don't know what's going on with my tech. Yeah, my keyboard being wonky, my headphones went out. Should be fine. We'll get right back to where we were. If we have to watch a little bit of the cutscene again, that's okay. I'll have Sean edit it. Yeah, I can pause the... it looks like I can pause the cutscene, so we're good. Hopefully that's not a regular instance with this game. You gonna leave too? Might be Microsoft servers. Okay. Well, let's continue and see what's up. Okay, so it's not going to be that bad. I'll make a quick adjustment just because I saw that the subtitles were going off the page. So I am going to shrink them a little bit so that they are staying there. And I will redo my analysis.
Why? Way too late for this shit. Okay, inmates. Do not speak unless they are spoken to.
There's been a mistake. My name is Jacob Lee. I'm not an inmate.
You were inmate Pi 32-521. You address me as Captain Ferris.
What? No. I'm just a cargo pilot. I was attacked by the Outer Way. By her. She crashed my ship and she killed my first officer.
I don't care. Warden's orders. Oh, speak of the devil.
Choice. Every choice in your life has led you here. To this moment. To this place. The only place where you truly belong. To find the one thing that has always been missing. A purpose for your meaningless life. This is Warden Cole, and together we will find that purpose. Welcome to Black Iron Prison.
I just love that last part. Gives me chills every time.
Yes. We all make choices, and those of you that have watched my content long enough know that I believe very strongly in recognizing choice. Holding yourself and other people accountable for choice. So, you know, the warden's not wrong when he said choices, and you're accountable for them, and that leading you here potentially, or your choices led you here. I do think that when you're in like a position of power like the warden is with a prison system that I can only imagine is probably quite Americanized, despite us being on Callisto. Not always the case. People get put away sometimes for reasons that are beyond their scope of influence, and that is something that we work very hard to try to avoid, or should work very hard to avoid. But him talking in that initial hello in the way that he did lays a very important foundation, which is that I am guessing to some extent there is a desire to indoctrinate's a hard word, brainwash is a hard word, like those are a little too harsh, but like basically manipulate people that are in the prison to believing that the however terrible the prison is their fault. It's essentially like laying the foundation for don't hold this place accountable for whatever kind of shit you're going to experience. You did this. You wouldn't be subjected to these things if you didn't make that choice. Hopefully there's some rehabilitation, although something tells me that when you have giant security robots and a push for immediate recognition of hierarchy, that this is not a rehabilitative facility, but rather one where you take the worms and repurpose them into a utility that is a cog in a machine that they will not benefit from. But, you know, I could be wrong.
End of the line, get up. And mates, I gave you a direct order.
This is not right. I don't belong here.
Listen, you know they call Callisto the dead moon. Dead. Just like you would have been if I hadn't fished you out of that wreck. I mean, shit. As far as anyone else is concerned, you are dead. It's time you moved on. Because you're crossing over to a new kingdom.
Oof.
My kingdom.
Oh my God. Oh, we're off. Okay. We're off to a good start. This is... So, lay aside for a second the fact that we just watched our good friend or partner or whoever it is die. That perhaps there is a level of accountability that we have in the circumstances that led to his death. That his final words were essentially blaming me for the fact that he died, whether that's actually true or not. Let's lay all that aside for a second, that you just experienced the whole trauma of that and were immediately pulled away from that wreckage without any chance to gain closure other than putting your hand on his shoulder. Now you are in a system where you are, as far as we know at this point in time, being wrongly imprisoned. And you know that you're being wrongly imprisoned, and the system don't care. I can think of few things that would be more traumatic than that. That is an and I don't use the word trauma lightly, by the way. That is an unbelievably horrible experience for anybody to have, where it's like, oh, you're in a terrible situation right now that you probably shouldn't be in, and too bad. Welcome to my kingdom. And we're going to start spinning things in such a way that you maybe eventually will believe that you were supposed to be here in the first place. But even if you don't, there's an overarching narrative that you're going to feel powerless against. And you're just going to do what we say. This is like, I guess, capitalistic human trafficking. Let's just get them into the prison farm, find utility for them, and we give them no quarter. I refer to you as inmate, I objectify you, and you are feeling the ultimate sense of powerlessness, which is a very horrible experience for any human to have. One of the few things that we often can hold on to is our sense of control, to some extent, some sphere of influence, no matter how small. People cling to that in certain situations. And when you have all that stripped away from you and you can't really connect it to any form of thing to be accountable for, holy shit, is that terrible. So our boy is going through it right now.
So whatever it is you're holding on to right there, that's your old life. You gotta let that go.
Oh.
Because your new life is entirely in my hands.
Surprise, dead man.
Wow, you must feel so powerful.
Grab her. Let's go.
Oh, man.
You are now entering Black Iron Prison, a division of UJC Corrections. Proceed immediately to new inmate processing.
Hey, stop it!
Holy shit, dude. No way.
Hey, wait, no, you got it!
Inmate 532-521. Dr. Caitlin Marler, and as per Article 412 of the UJC Penal Code, you will now be fitted with a core device.
Very intentional on their part that they refer to them by their inmate number. Objectification is a very, very important part of the process of how people do horrible things to other people. Even if you believe in prison for punitive purposes or rehabilitative purposes, what they're doing to him is quite inhumane. I mean, bolting him to a crazy ass table, and they're about to do some sort of modification. She has to refer to him as inmate number because it separates her from the idea that she's doing this to a human. So we call them inmate, felon, inmate number. Separates you from empathy. The whole reason you do that is to divorce these people from doing these things. You divorce them from empathy because empathy would give you pause. And in a situation like this, where there's something to be gained for reasons we'll find out, empathy has no place. Can't have that. Yikes, dude.
Doctor, he's not in the system. We don't know.
Just prep the device.
What the fuck? That device? No! You're a goddamn doctor!
Yes, and I intend to faithfully execute my responsibilities. Try not to move, it'll only make things worse.
Oh, fuck you! Ah! Ah!
Whoa.
Doctor, he's flatlining.
Injector.
Oh my God. I would rather die than be wrongfully imprisoned. Holy Christ, that is awful. Oh, is it all just a dream? Or am I dreaming now? Oh gosh. Explore the cell. 532521. Oh.
Attention. All security personnel, report to the main cell block. This is not a drill. Please, remain calm. There is nothing to fear.
What the hell?
When people experience trauma, whether diagnosed with PTSD or not, there is one of the symptoms that people can experience as a way that they've been affected by trauma is you have certain flashbacks. That can happen in the form of dreams, but it can also happen in the form of dissociation and whatnot. Oftentimes, the thing that makes something traumatic is not necessarily the gore. Like, yes, seeing his face burnt off like that is something that will sear its way into your mind, no pun intended, in a way that's maybe not pleasant because you've seen something that was not great, right? Like, not only was your friend dead, he was dead in a pretty grotesque way. But the thing that often will repeat itself for people that have experienced trauma is that lost sense of control. And people will often try to dig deep into this idea of like, what could I have done differently? You like take responsibility for it in some way. If only I had decided not to go to Europa. If only I had taken a weapon with me when I went to go check the cargo hold. If only I had X. If only I had Y. And sometimes the way that these things will play out is either it'll play out in a way where you do have some form of control, yet it doesn't actually change anything. Or it does change it, but then you have to go back to the reality where that's not what you had available to you at that particular time, so it doesn't even matter. Or you will keep playing out that profound sense of helplessness that you experienced, because that's the thing that was traumatic, is that you lost control, that you weren't safe. Like, this thing, his friend dying, is a proxy for the impetus of him going into a prison where he lost control. So him seeing this recurring image does not surprise me at all. You may be asking yourself, like, well, what do you do about that? Like, if you're a person that experiences nightmares like this, or PTSD flashbacks, whatever, like, what do you do? And it's not an easy answer. It's not something where you just go, well, you just, you think about it differently, or you just avoid it, or you just knock it out of your head, or anything like that. It doesn't really work like that. Well, one of the primary things that we have to do when we're working with people through trauma and flashbacks and whatnot is get them to engage with the reality of the situation as best you can, to recognize what the limits of your actual control were in that situation, and to hold accountable the circumstances or people or event that led to you experiencing the trauma. And that can be very hard to do, because if we indulge the reality of the situation we've currently had represented to us, it means that there's a reality that exists where he, you, me, etc. could be wrongly imprisoned for no reason at all. And that's a terrifying prospect. Terrifying. And so we like to sometimes box ourselves back in to a expectation that existed pre-trauma, which would have been, there's no way I would ever be falsely imprisoned. That would never happen to me. And that reality, unfortunately, doesn't exist, because the reality we're living right now is that we've been wrongly imprisoned. Again, as far as I know. But it's really hard work. Really hard work. So he's got a long road ahead of him here if it's something that he wants to work through.
Something's not right.
Lockdown. Stay in your cell. Or don't, I guess. Alright. Escape. I don't even know what's going on over there. Holy shit!
Oh my god.
Alert. Security systems offline.
Holy hell!
Remain in your cell.
What you're saying is that it's about learning how to see the experience as it is rather than how it could have changed. Correct.
Mobilize immediately.
Correct. That is a big piece of it. Yes. It happened.
Warning.
And we have to sort of process what that means and then figure out what that could mean in terms of how we either exert influence in the future or we look at the probability of how of whether it would ever happen again, like stuff like that. There's a lot of cognitive stuff that branches from it. Holy shit, dude. Why is everybody dismembered except for me? How did I survive this? Black Iron Prison rules and regulations. 1. Respect all guards and administrative workers at all times. 2. Prepare for random cell inspections and body searches at any given time. Holy shit. All activity within this facility is recorded and monitored. Do not vandalize or deface any part of the facility. Any violations or acts of direct disobedience will be met with harsh ruling. Be mindful of your actions. You will be held accountable. United Jupiter Company Correctional Facilities. Horrible. You have no autonomy. None. This will be a terrible experience for you all the way through because you will be treated as object that has no ability to exert influence. And whatever counter pressure you might want to exert on this system will be met with even worse counter pressure in the other direction. Black Iron Prison Advisory. Inmates are restricted from this area. Any inmate caught entering this restricted area will be punished. Be mindful of your actions. You will be held accountable. Yes, lights are flashing on my end. There's a lot of flashing lights in this game, apparently, so be aware. Spots all messed up? Damn. Dude, something big happened here. How did I not hear it? I'm busy dreaming. You guys all right?
Anomaly detected. All response teams mobilize immediately.
Outbreak.
Alert. Security systems offline. Remain in your cell.
Persons of interest.
Warning.
Interesting.
Warning. Anomaly detected. All response teams mobilize immediately.
I'm glad I have time to meander. Oh shit, dude. Whoa.
Hey man, over here. Oi, bruv, what the fuck is going on?
I don't know what the hell's going on. My ship crashed, I got thrown in here, and then I woke up to this.
Well, look. You're that pilot they just brought in, yeah? Yeah, well, look, I've been in here half my life. I know this place. I've got a plan to get out. If you help me out of this cell, I'll help you, yeah? Look, you can use this to get inside a control room across that bridge. You can open my cell from there. Name's Elias, by the way.
Jacob.
Don't lose it, Jacob. Might just save your life. Don't leave me hanging.
Okay. I'm gonna explore for a minute though. Oh, dude. Holy hell. Why is everybody blown to bits? Oh, nice. Shiv this. There we go. Yeah. Elias, my brother. Can you get out now? No? Okay. Dude, I might want to stay in myself. I don't know what I'd want to do. It's terrible. Ooh. Ooh. I'm so sorry, buddy. This is so gorgeous, I can't even stand it. My gosh. This is like the most next-gen looking game. Oh. I love that he looks backwards. That's fantastic. Oh, shit. Yo, I'm one of you. Left before attack to dodge. D to hold right to dodge. Oh, shit, okay. Oh. 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 Yes. Yeah, you or me. I do not blame Jacob at all for doing what he did. You got to take context into account here. There's no time for diplomacy, man. Those dudes came at me. You're going to come at me like that, it's you or me. And if it's you or me, I'm doing what I got to do to survive. You started this. If I walk into that door and you go, bro, you good? Like, you one of us and we talk? Fine. But goddamn, what a hell of a mentality for him to get in. And I actually wonder that what that does is it gives us a level of insight, I think, into Jacob and his past, perhaps. That he's been in this kind of situation before. He didn't even hesitate. Didn't even hesitate. Was immediately able to get into it's you or me. And that's not something that everybody just organically goes into. That's a mindset that you act on, that you learn. And so I have some questions about Jacob's past. Like, what is it that allowed him to get into that? And be able to act so quickly and swiftly. I mean, the representation that's necessary in order to make that happy is incredibly important. So I just look at it as like, you can get a lot of insight into people's past sometimes with how they behave in certain situations, particularly adversity, and how they talk themselves through it. And I find that's pretty cool that he is able to talk his way through that. It's also, I think, a way of justifying that you just did something that maybe be against your own values. Like, I don't get a sense that Jacob's a person that wants to kill other people, at least not yet. And that's a way that a person could justify it. It was him or me. So him dying does not have an effect on me because I wouldn't have survived if I didn't kill him. And finally, the tertiary point I want to make here is that that's actually a really important sequence of how you might process something that is like an adversity that could become a trauma. A lot of times when people go through something that has the potential to be traumatic, part of the reason that thing becomes traumatic is because they don't possess either the wherewithal, the skill, the presence of mind to actively walk themselves through it or process it in a way that is going to deflect the impact of the trauma, because you're just reacting to it. And so in this case, if killing somebody is not something that Jacob's ever done, and he needs that to be something that doesn't continue to affect him as a trauma, him saying the phrase, in the moment, it was him or me, is an act of defense against potential trauma, because he is processing it in a way that mitigates that possibility. Whereas if he doesn't process it at all, or he says something like, oh my God, I killed him. I never thought I would kill somebody. I shouldn't be a killer. If I kill somebody, X thing will happen to me, or now I'm a felon, or now I'm going to go to hell, or whatever it is. That actually may exacerbate the chances that that turns into a trauma. So one of the things that when you're working on trauma with people is when we talk about reprocessing trauma, to the best extent that you can, you work with a person to try to inject some of that mitigating factor into the way that the person is processing it post hoc. And you have varying degrees of success with that, but it's an important piece of it. So resiliency was just injected in there by him processing it that way, which is where preparation for something like this and the chances that you could actually integrate this as an experience that fits some sort of expectation that you may not want to experience but could, minimizes the chance that this is something that's going to cause a flashback for him, in the way that maybe watching his partner die in the ship from a crash that they never anticipated, that he took his mind off of the possibilities of what could happen to the ship, will. So there's a real richness in that, just in that one line that he uses there and what that potentially shows. We're what, 15 minutes into gameplay and we're talking about trauma this heavily? Love it. Holy shit. What is that?
What the fuck was that?
Whoa. Well, whatever it is, I hope I don't catch it.
That should do it.
Oh, there we go. Okay, we got Elias out. You gonna die right away, Elias? Sure hope not. Hold down A or D before the enemy attacks to dodge it. There isn't a timing window, just be holding down A or D before the enemy hits you. Okay. To dodge a series of melee attacks, hold down A and then switch to hold down D before the enemy attacks, alternating between A and D. Never dodge in the same direction more than once or the sequence will fail. Okay. Seems a bit oversimplified, but I'll take it. And this ends the tutorial. Okay.
Jacob, over here! This gate's no good. Console's not responding.
Back there, I just saw something. It attacked me and it didn't seem human.
What are you on about?
I know what I saw.
Look, this place can mess with your head, but this is our chance. Whatever it was you saw, it's all the more reason to get out of here.
We get the assimilation versus accommodation conversation very early on in the playthrough, which is something that we're probably going to see quite a bit of here. If you haven't watched my video on YouTube about cognitive schema, I definitely encourage you to do it because it goes into way more depth in what I'm about to talk about. But this is a beautiful example of what can happen sometimes when you have an experience that doesn't really fit the expectations of other folks. So we walk up to him, and Jacob says, there's something like alien, non-human. I saw it with my own eyes. we know that's true because we're playing as Jacob, so we saw it. So if Jacob was to walk up to any one of us and say, hey, I just saw something that's not human, and it was pretty awful and bubbly and tried to attack me and killed people in the control room, you and I would go, yeah, shit, that sounds crazy. But yeah, goddamn, I'm with you. Spooky. Let's figure out what to do about it. We'd integrate it in because now we've seen it represented to us. But let's assume we haven't seen that. The idea that there's some large, emboldened, alien-looking creature is not something that really fits the realm of our reality. Somebody comes up to you, like Jacob just did, and says, I saw that. You're more likely to assimilate it, which means that you're going to take that information or experience and you're going to try to explain it with a pre-existing expectation. So the way that that shows up here in this conversation is he says, this place can mess with your head. And the idea there is that it holds in place the general expectation that aliens are not going to show up and attack us. So whatever experience you had must be the product of something that I would reasonably expect, which is that you've been in this prison cell and it's going to make your mind go nuts, which is not entirely untrue based on how this thing seems to be set up. But it holds in place that pre-existing expectation. And that can make for a very difficult conversation when you start having certain experiences that don't really fit the cognitive schema of the people around you, where you might explain some piece of your identity or something that's happened to you that's beyond that scope, and you run into denial. And that denial is essentially just assimilation. So I'll give you two examples in real life in order to illustrate this before we keep moving on. So let's say, for example, that you have parents that hold you in very high regard, and they see you as this tiny little muffin that nothing bad can ever happen to, and that it's their job to protect you, and that you've had a good life so far, and that they've protected you, and that's super meaningful, and nothing bad will ever happen. And you get assaulted at school or work or something like that. And you go and you tell your parents, I was assaulted. There are some people who are watching this who have had this experience where you may meet denial. Are you sure it was assault? No, it couldn't have possibly been that bad. And it's because that effort is exerted in order to hold intact that delicate little expectation that a person had. Or if you disclose your sexual orientation in a way that does not compute for the people that maybe raised you or around you that haven't had that represented to them in any kind of meaningful way, or have had it represented to them in the wrong ways. And there's a denial there. Denial is an attempt to hold in place a pre-existing expectation. And it closes us off to opening up our expectations. Sometimes we do that willingly, sometimes it gets forced upon us. An accommodation is when we take an experience and use that experience to change our expectations of the world, which in this case would be, wow, maybe it's possible that an alien could attack us. Sometimes that's hard for people to do. The older you get, the harder it is. If you want to learn more about that, check out my cognitive schemas video on YouTube. But that's just a great example of it. And anytime I have a playthrough where there's a chance for me to illustrate that, I do.
You see that watchtower?
Yeah.
That's our first stop. Meet me there.
How?
Elevator's that way. Take it up to the next level. I'll be in touch.
Got it.
All right. Let's go. Find the elevator. Yes, Flux. Particularly if it's being done deliberately.
Response teams mobilized.
Holy crap. Oh, hey. Oh, I thought it was that dodging. Dude, why am I getting Xbox achievements right now? After defeating an enemy, press the spacebar to stomp on their body and trigger item drops. Okay. Isaac Clark enters the chat. Callisto credits, cool. Take their money. Hey, buddy. Idiot.
Jacob, can you hear me?
Yeah. How?
Enable two-way comms with your core. You know, you pick up a few tricks when you've been here as long as I have. Right. I see you made it to the lift. Just take it down and find the elevator on that level.
Okay. Oh, I can't get over the detail, man. So much detail in things you just walk past.
Responded to a crash outside the gatehouse. Site secured as per warden's orders. Access restricted to Mahler's team only. Never thought I'd miss the old warden. At least she was by the book.
Captain Leon Ferris, ex-UJC Special Forces and Europa Station Security. Multiple disciplinary actions on file. Transferred to UJC Corrections, Black Iron Prison. Numerous commendations on file. Promoted to Captain 612308 by Warden Norton. Further advancement pending, new warden.
Responded.
Oh, cool.
To a
Okay, so that's how.
outside the gatehouse. Site secured as per warden's orders. Access restricted to Mahler's team only. Never thought I'd miss the old warden. At least she was by the book.
Do you think our protagonist's experience of being wrongly imprisoned here makes him more open to trusting other prisoners? Hard to say. It would very much depend on Jacob's pre-existing notions of prisoners. Maybe, but hard to know. I think at this point in time, Jacob's probably more likely to trust people that seem to have a similar conviction to him, which right now is survive. Escape and survive. That's probably going to override anything else. Good question though. It's hard to know that. You'd have to ask him directly in order to figure that out. Report unsafe conditions to your supervisor. Ensure you and your coworkers are safe by reporting any hazards or risks to your supervisor so they can be dealt with accordingly. See it, report it, sort it. Do not interfere with security units. Be safe, be seen. Oh, the other thing I was gonna mention about like these signs that talk about like don't deface the property is that if you deface the property, that's an act of autonomy. So punishing acts of autonomy is going to further the sense that the prisoners don't have anything that they can do. That you are under complete control of the system. Guys are okay. So something tells me we're fighting fellow prisoners here. What do we got here? Health injector. Okay. Okay, I see you. Look for the wall-mounted boxes that contain a health injector. Enemies can drop health injectors, and they can also be found inside loot crates. Press 3 to quickly use a health injector. They will replenish health, but used with care, as you can be attacked during the injection process. Health injectors can also be used via the inventory screen. That's interesting. Okay. Error. Have you ever worked with inmates or former inmates? Yes. Former. I've never worked in a prison system. Some use you guys are. big, strong robots are there to impose your will, but aren't actually that strong, apparently. Alright, cargo elevator, let's go.
Elias, something's wrong with the elevator. I'm heading down, not up.
Damn! That means you're headed to solitary. You can still reach the watchtower. Just have to go the long way. Just be careful. They keep the real crazies down there.
Oh, good. Move through solitary confinement. Hey, speaking of solitary, I'm not solitary, and that's because so many of you are watching. So those of you that are here live, or if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video and to care about what I have to say. It means a lot. Solitary confinement is torture. Maybe don't walk under that vent. Oh. I just hear somebody say Jacob. A little whisper. Oh my goodness gracious. We're just treating humans like cattle. Holy crap, dude. Unbelievable what happens when you... Oh. You know, I'm all for holding people accountable for breaking the rules. But when you treat them like animals... Energy converter. What is that? Valuable contraband items can be sold for credits. Oh, okay. Wheels of democracy, or the wheels of capitalism forever turn. C1 C block solitary. Here we go. That's probably how people are transported in those cages. Oh, God. Ooh. I mean, just how inhumane. This is what you live in. All day. Oh my goodness. Probably have no ability to communicate with the other I mean, look at this cement walls and shit. Health gel. Okay. Yeah, dude, that thing going into your neck. Ugh. I'm surprised Jacob's not reacting to the voices. No way he pulls that door open like that. Wow. Hello? Oh, hi. Oh, good. Oh my God. Oh God. Oh man. What a visual, that dude diving into that vent. I love shit like that from like how you set the tone standpoint. That you watch that dude dive in the vent and now your reaction is, oh shit, they can go in the vents. So I wonder if any point in time they're gonna pop out of the vents at me. You don't. That is such a small thing, but it's such a beautiful, like, nuanced way to create that. Instead of it being where somebody pops out of the vent at you, where you go, then you go, oh, okay, so things pop out of the vent at me. You watch something go into it, and then you wonder. You don't know if it's gonna come out at you. And you create the anxiety for the player that Jacob would be experiencing, and that is immersion, and I'm a big fan. We're just gonna casually walk over it, no problem. Arms and ammo. Oh, man, these are so dirty. Holy crap. I don't want to go to the other side of this door. Come on, buddy. I am amazed he can open that with his hands. I really am. Oh. Ooh. Oh, it's like breathing. Look at that. It's moving. Ugh.
Oh, shit, bro. One of my mates. I've known him forever. He was this thing. He attacked me.
You hurt?
No, but I had to kill him. Kill it. What the fuck is going on?
Right there. Right there. Another example. The switch from him to it. So now it was no longer that person, it was this monster. I can digest the fact that I killed this monster because it's an it, not a him. It's the same thing as like if you're in a science lab, you don't name the mice. Because as soon as you do that, you have created this abstract representation in your mind that carries meaning. So we literally in real time there watched him cognitively swap that from him to it so that it's more palatable for him, thus hopefully more likely to reduce the traumatic impact it might have on him. Very small language thing, but a very important one. Health injector and 50 Callisto credits. Hell yeah. This little wagon. It's so great. Oh, man. Incredible world building. Incredible. I am impressed. I'm gonna back up. You hear that shit walking around in the vent? Oh, man. Oh, God. Terrible.
Elias, found the elevator. Heading up now.
Good. Now this detour might actually work for us. Look, there's a weapons lockup just past the infirmary.
Good place to gear up.
You'll need to watch out, though. Security units are back online.
Oh, God, no! Move! No! No, we're not infected!
Lethal force has been authorized. Area secured. Moving to medical sector.
Holy crap, and since that's a robot, it ain't gonna feel shit. Oh, man. That was cold. Oh god, well we all know how I am with stealth, so this ought to be interesting.
Threat condition elevated.
Wise. They can't track us.
Prison systems are breaking down like that elevator back there. Just stay out of their line of sight and you should be able to sneak by.
Oh god. How many times will DrMick die during the stealth segment? Set your bets.
Scanning for active core signatures.
Can't let them see me.
No activity detected.
Yes, walk away. Walk away, you stupid ass robot.
Weapon systems online.
Oh, I know. Glad you gotta talk yourself through it there,
No
Mr.
movement
Robot.
detected.
Oh shit.
Lethal force authorized.
Oh shit. Oh shit, this is... Hurry! Hurry!
Iron security unit active. Attention. Just attention. All
Attention.
systems nominal. Scanning for movement.
Ooh. Sir, are you okay? Yeah, keep moving. Oh, God. Yes, go through that door and disappear forever. Goodbye.
Looks like I'm in the clear.
Sure hope so, dog. Because... Yikes. See, I appreciated in Dead Space that you could hit X and it would show you the path to the objective. Because then I knew I could go the other way and explore things. Now I have to deal with this tension of, am I going in a way that is the way I'm supposed to go? And am I gonna miss something if I do? Oh my god. Jesus. You can really tell some bad shit happened here. Oh. Whoa. The hell is this? Is this a save station? Yeah, good. Wait, can I? Oh shit, I can save at any time. Whoa. That's helpful. Oh! What? Whoa! No, 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 no. No. Oh, now I gotta freak out about every box. Okay. Do not interfere with security units. Security units will exercise extreme prejudice and brutality upon detecting any instance of conflict or disobedience amongst inmates. Oh, I know. What do we have here?
Needs power to open. Should try to find another fuse.
Oh, good thing there's another fuse right over here.
This might be useful.
Gate fuse. So I'm guessing that it would have been a bad idea to go through that door because that robot would have killed me, so probably best we go this way. Oh, good. Yeah, come at me, bro. Come at me. These guys are strong. Like, damn. Oh, Anonymous, thanks for gifting that sub to Blue. Hi, Blue. Flashing lights. I mean, I know they've been everywhere, but particularly bad here. Whoa.
Change. Do not fear it, for it is only through change that we grow, that we become the best version of ourselves. Change can be hard, but it is necessary.
Easy for you to say. Oh yeah, as I sit in my tower and watch inhumane acts be thrust upon you, just know that the change that you'll experience is a good thing. I gotta say, for the most part, cable management on this prison has been pretty decent.
Jacob, it's getting worse out here. Where are you?
Made it through the infirmary. Still looking for that weapons lockup.
Okay, you're getting close. Just keep moving.
Yeah, I mean, this is not exactly a prison I'm familiar with the layout of. This is fine. This is fine. Oh, good! Good. See, there's other people going through the vents just like me. They're totally fine. This is totally okay. Oh, you see me? Oh. Dick. Where'd your friend go? Oh, I forgot to stomp on the fire guy. Look at the lighting in here. Woo! Baby. Cool sound design. Oh, man, I love everything about the aesthetic of this. Love it. Hey. Little stun baton.
Find anything?
The lockup had already been raided. All that's left is this baton.
Stun baton, yeah. And those things do pack a punch, though. And we are gonna need it.
Yeah, you kidding me? No more wrench. Give me stun baton. Yeah.
Listen, you're almost to the watchtower. I had to sneak through, but it's empty now, so you should be good. I'll meet you on the other side.
Yeah, see you there.
I don't know what that did other than just change the color. What do we have here? A little workbench? Oh, shit. Yeah, bitch. Alright, having that is nice. You got loot? No? Oh. Droplet precautions. In addition to standard precautions, before entering the room, perform hand hygiene. Put on a surgical mask. Dispose of mask. Perform hand hygiene. Okay. What are we doing this for? Did you wash your hands? Incredible lighting. Absolutely incredible lighting. Oh. Wow. Just love like the way it reflects differently on different surfaces. What a time to be alive. Better than the time he's alive. I don't even know yet if people can like reanimate after they've been killed.
Almost there.
We got lots of health injectors. What do you got? What do you got? Come at me, bro. Come on. Nasty. Nasty. You're nasty. Oh. Yeah, I appreciate that they go one-on-one too. It'd be pretty wild if...
This new warden, I can't figure him out. He's made more changes in months than Black Iron's seen in decades. Still, whatever's going on could finally be my chance. I just gotta be ready.
Elias Porter. Sentenced in 2287. Life without the possibility of parole. No prison infractions on file. Cleared for level 3 work cleared for level 3 work detail access, including waste processing section. Note: unauthorized storage modifications detected on inmate's core device. So, he's been in for a while. He did say he's been in for a while, but you get no quarter for good behavior, it seems.
Warning. Warning. Warning.
I got you. I'm sending in Squad 9.
Sir? Squad 9 is gone.
Hold your position.
We can't. Fall back. We've lost containment.
All right, then activate all tactical units. You are weapons free. Repeat, you are weapons free.
Yes, sir. But, sir, that will...
No, that's in order. You kill anything that moves.
In case of emergency, you'll need quick and easy access to the exits. Do not, under any circumstances, and for any period of time, place any object in front of the exits. Okay? Keep this area clean, okay?
Can't let him see me.
Shit. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Hopefully he doesn't turn around. Jesus. Oh, good.
You. How the fuck did you get in here?
You think I got time for this shit?
Oh.
Okay. Let me see if I got this straight. You crash here, and then this whole place goes to shit. Oh, 5, 2, 1. Look at me when I'm talking to you. What'd you do? Huh? You can tell me. Are you different? Are you special? Why'd the warden want you alive? Huh. I told you. This is my kingdom. It's all yours.
Oh, shit. People like that guy are scary. Because he very clearly gets off on having power. And I don't know, you want to call it ironic or sad or dissonant thing about it is what he has isn't real power. It's like faux power. The circumstance has power. He's beaten up on people that have no ability to fight back. None. And he's like deluded himself into believing that this is his kingdom and he's so strong and he's so powerful and look at me, blah, 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 blah. Well, of course, because everybody you come across is shackled and you got these big fancy robots and blah, blah, blah. That guy doesn't have actual power. He has power that's been bestowed by people who actually have power and the circumstance and the environment, which if the reason, to be empathic, if the reason that he is so into power and drunk on it is because maybe he has a history of not experiencing much power and this is a compensation for it, that circumstance that I'm talking about, that the environment is actually the thing that has power, he doesn't have any real power, is something that he may know deep down, which reinforces, like, I'm not actually that powerful, which reinforces that narrative, and then he continues to compensate, which is probably how, over the years, he increasingly became more of a dick. The reason I say it's scary is because he wants to hold power for power's sake, or at least he seems to. It's not really about sending a message. It's not even necessarily about keeping people in line. It's about his own self-indulgence. It's not even about the role he fills. It's about him wanting to say, this is my kingdom, because that feels good. And having people under my thumb means that I'm not under other people's thumbs. It can come from a really intense space of insecurity and fear, which is borderline impenetrable, particularly in a context like this.
Elias, I'm through. And so was Ferris.
What do you mean?
He was there. He's killed him.
You're harder than I thought. Just keep going now. I found a safe room up ahead.
Look how quickly he got torched, too. You know? Like, he had two of those things go after him, throw him out a window, and it's all over. Wild. Inmate 532521. What do you just like see that anytime that you... Booking process completed. Oh, are we at we're at security gates. Biometrics scan. What we got here? Dead Space has me conditioned to see blue lights as possibilities for loot. No talking or disorderly conduct. Walk in a single file line, stop at the end of the whatever. Well, we'll see where this all goes in part 2. Aftermath. Friends, thank you so much for taking the time to watch part 1 of this playthrough. I hope that you enjoyed what we've brought to the table so far. I am actually quite appreciative of how many opportunities I've had to talk about trauma and control. And I would hope that that will continue as this goes on. So thanks for keeping things spoiler free so that I can analyze it on the fly. Thanks for the thumbs up and the comments and all that fun stuff. Your comments mean a lot because it's engaging with the content. I respond when I can, and I don't respond to all comments, but I do read them all. So feel free to leave me a comment to let me know what you thought of this. Follow the links down in the description, all that fun stuff. I hope you'll come watch in part 2. We always see a drop off between parts 1 and 2, but I hope that you will continue this playthrough with me. It seems like there's going to be a lot of cool stuff to get into. If you're binging, I'll see you in the next one. If you're waiting for the next one to come out, I'll get it out as soon as I can. I appreciate you. You matter. And I'll see you in the next one.